My name is Nick Markosian. I am the owner of an independent dealership in Utah called Markosian Auto. The thing I love about VettX is if we need full-size SUVs, we can just search for full-size SUVs. If we need $8,000 to $12,000 mid-size sedans, we can search for that specific car. And so we're not wasting people's time buying something that we kind of don't want and that we would lowball them on so we might be able to make some money at the auction. No, we know what we want. VettX finds what we want, and then we can pay a premium for the cars that work for us. And it just makes it that much quicker and smoother when we can pay all the money for the right car, you know?
Right out the get-go in the first week, we bought like 10 cars, and they were great cars. They were better than the ones that we actually have. The first month, we realized a potential of $90,000 gross profit. But the best part about it was we got the cars that day that we purchased them versus waiting for the auction, maybe 10 days after we buy it, with it get put on a transport and the auction fees. Well, we don't have that. And that just goes to our bottom line.
Terry's worked for me on and off the last few years, but I've known Terry since he fired me when I was 18 years old as a salesperson. And I asked him to help me get a department going where we would buy cars off the street. I could see the value in it. We were, between the fee and transport, it was about $1,200 a car. And many of those vehicles were problematic and didn't work out. And so I thought buying cars off the street would be a much better way. Terry did a bunch of research and looked into the best ways to handle this. And he came across VettX, and he hounded me for a long time to try to sign up for it. Because it is an investment, it really is. It's not cheap, but usually you get what you pay for in something. And so I've only interacted with the software myself a handful of times, but what I can tell you is we went from really struggling to buy a handful of cars every month to when we were really fully dialed in, we were buying 20 to 30 cars a month without a whole lot of effort, and that was only with 2 guys. So it really made it a lot more efficient buying vehicles off the street.
Great way to find cars. It's really just one of those things where it's exactly what you're looking for. If you're looking for the newer vehicles, you can get new vehicles. If you're looking for older cars, you're looking for older cars. If you're looking for everything, you can find everything, and it's all in one place. It's all recorded for you. You can see what processes have been done. If you talk to the person, if not talk to the person, and it's a good streamlined way to keep everything in one place rather than having to open this website and open this website and open this website. It's all right there in front of you. The way that I do it is by sending out an initial message to get the conversation going. And once the conversation's going, that's when I say, great, tell me about your vehicle a little bit. They do, and I said, thank you very much. I'll let me take a look at everything and I'll get back to you with an offer. I give that offer, and some people say yes, some people say no, some people want to negotiate a little bit more, and we do that that's what I do. I negotiate with them, or if it's no, then I say, great, I appreciate it. Thank you for your time. Our offer is good for 2 weeks, and then if you have any other questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to text me. Thank you for your time. That's how easy I do it. And if it's a yes, then of course we go through the process and we get the appointment set up and we get everything done. But it's very quick and very easy for all of them. It's very nice to have 10, 12, 13 appointments and then having them come to the store, letting us look at the vehicle, and then we can make an educated decision if we even want to buy the vehicle at that point. And if we do, we buy it and everything goes on. If not, we say thank you very much, have a nice day, we appreciate it, but it's not the vehicle that we're looking for. When you buy one at auction, you buy it, you're done with it, and you're stuck with it. This way, you still have that last line of defense of saying, no, we don't want the vehicle after a mechanic checks it out, which is really nice. True, it's a numbers game. If you don't take your shot, you're never going to get any of them. Nobody wants a phone call anymore. Everybody wants text messages. I send thousands and thousands of text messages every single day through this system.
We inspect every car. When it goes to the shop, instead of not knowing, as you're waiting in line with 100 different hand raisers and another 100 online, and 2 minutes to look at the car, what condition is that car, really? You put your hand in the window and see if the air's blowing cold, and that's about the best you can do, besides if the paint's good and the tires are okay. But because we have an inspector that goes up and does about a 25-minute inspection of the vehicle, we know exactly what's wrong with the car. We code it. So when we're bringing cars to our reconditioning center, instead of it being a $2,000 repair, it may be an $800. So our load-up pack may be $1,000 versus maybe $2,500, which takes away from the net of the sale and also hurts the salespeople.
I mean, just think about it. You're talking $1,000 to $1,300 a car at the auction, and then you multiply. We buy a lot of cars. In a normal month, we're going to buy 70 to 110 cars a month. So that's a lot of money. I mean, that's a lot of money. And so, yes, you know, you think about it, you got to pay a full-time person, you got the software. Yes, that's an investment. But when you compare it to what the everything I just said, it's a bargain, you know. And the big thing is you know what you're getting. You can inspect the vehicle, you can check the vehicle out, and you know what you're getting yourself into in most cases before you purchase the car. The cars are just much nicer. You got to keep in mind, these folks are prepping these vehicles to sell to a retail consumer. So, you know, yes, buyer beware, but these cars have already had a lot of the reconditioning stuff done that we would do ourselves. And so it's like you're buying a frontline vehicle when you're purchasing a car from a private seller. The last thing I want to do is go on an auction website and buy a car right now. I would much rather buy off private sellers, but it's hard to turn that spigot on and off. You know, the advantage of the auction is you look at the website and you buy cars. This, you got to create a pipeline, you know, and you never know when it's going to hit. You've got to get those leads out, get those offers in. You got to have them feel the pain of dealing with retail customers, and then they're finally ready to do the transaction.